Hstv, inspiring wellness.
News in 30 is brought to you by Hstv and Underglow TV in Ohio.
A very good afternoon to you. It is the 23rd of April 2024. Welcome to News in 30 right here on Hstv. My name is Savar Aiden. We're streaming live on our YouTube platform at Hstv Live GH. You're well to like, comment and share. Now on to the headlines for today. Members of the New Patriotic Party who joined Alan Kojo-Kyerematen's movement for change have returned to the NPP, cutting ties with the Butterfly movement. The Institute of Energy Security has called for the immediate removal of Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, citing the worsening energy crisis as grounds for his removal. The chiefs of the Asogli state have vehemently opposed the government proposal to rename Ho Technical University after Dr. Ephraim Amu, and also 5 people, including 2 children, who were found dead inside an Oklahoma City home on Monday. Now the news in details. Members of the New Patriotic Party NPP who joined Alan Kojo-Kyerematen's movement for change have returned to the NPP, now cutting ties with the Butterfly movement. According to them, they trust NPP flag bearer Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia's solution. Former Adenta parliamentary aspirant Alfred Kumi leads the group. Alfred Kumi assured that their decision was not influenced by money or the NPP, but by confidence in the party's bold solution for the future.
It has become evidently clear that we made a mistake, and I'll repeat, it has become evidently clear that we made a mistake that we humbly admit and ready to work to ensure that its dire effect is reversed or averted. Since the 7th February 2024 speech by His Excellency the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, we have been asking ourselves questions that borders on the future of this country and the very Ghana that we young people want. It has become unarguably clear that amongst all the political leaders, Dr. Bawumia has so far been the one who has clearly articulated the Ghana story. Where we have come from, where we have, what we have to achieve. In order for us to realize the dream of seeing the Ghana we want or seeing Ghana grow, we are left with no other choice than to rally behind that one leader in our time today, amongst all several of them, who has clarity of thought, amongst the several of them, who has clarity of thought, committed to the Ghana dream, who has a proven track record of delivering on what he has been assigned to, and has the mindset of solving problems. That leader without debate is Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The National Democratic Congress, under the flag bearership of former President John Dramani Mahama, presents a plan for our country that raises serious concerns as we approach the 2024 general elections. What we sitting here call the scary alternative. The scary alternatives. Here are the reasons why we cannot entrust Ghana to the former president. First of all, he has nothing to lose. You know how difficult it is when you go and you are coming back. Some people will not be happy, even though some people will also be happy. They've encouraged us in a good manner, and they are expecting us to be confident in anything we are doing, and just always think clearly and also always think twice about every decision we want to make. I'm saying on authority that nobody has bribed us and nobody can bribe us. I don't know what me as a businessman, and I don't know who can tell me in this country that they've held my hand to any length. You can't bribe me. We are doing fine. We are perfect where we are. But the time comes, you need to rethink your decision, because it's all about the future of this country and the future we want to see for our kids.
And that was former Denton parliamentary aspirant Alfred Kumi, who is also the group leader. Moving on to the next story, former minority leader and member of parliament for Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu, has expressed confidence in the National Democratic Congress prospect in the upcoming December elections, stating that the party anticipates winning all 11 parliamentary seats in the Upper West region. Addressing reporters in the Upper West region following a regional sensitization program, Haruna Idrisu outlined the NDC's strategic approach, highlighting the party's determination to secure victory in all constituencies.
We are determined to capture all the 11 seats in the Upper West region. At least from my briefing and from information available to me, Lambosi is already in the basket. We can add that on, and we are narrowing on to strategy to get Nandom in, and we are determined to win all 11 seats, and then also in the Sisala area. Myself have been playing some quite diplomatic role, reconciling the previous Sisala candidate with the NDC candidate, and they are working together now, as you can see on the ground. And we are quite satisfied with the performance of the NDC in the Upper West region. At least we didn't borrow as recklessly as they have. 600 billion against 120 billion, a debt to GDP which is unprecedented. So Nana Dankwa and Dr. Bawumia have only moved Ghana from Ghana beyond aid to Ghana beyond borrowing. You know that they can't borrow again themselves, and they are making it impossible for the country to rely on external borrowing to finance budget and to deal with deficit. And we are aware that President John Dramani Mahama will inherit a problematic economy to manage, and effort will be to stabilize the economy, embark on major constitutional and administrative reforms that strengthen institutions of Ghana, and more importantly, determine what the future of the country would be. The Upper West region, as you all know, is my second home. We are always proud of their sacrifices and contribution to the NDC, and at least it's on the walls that you can see that the NDC will do better and super in the 2024 elections. As for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he will suffer from a credibility problem as a habitual
Now, the quest to find problem solvers to critically societal challenges from the Ashanti region is on as the Committee for the Asante Hene's 25th anniversary celebration officially launches the Otumfor STEAM Festival. In collaboration with the Ashanti Regional Education Directorate, the competition would see 50 basic and senior high schools in the Ashanti region showcase their innovative solutions to societal challenges. Selected from the over 2,000 basic schools and senior high schools in the Ashanti region, at least 50 schools will be participating in the maiden Otumfor STEAM Festival.
Number 7 are up by friend STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. The almost here, I can't see a home of here. Only by Juma, I'm a
STEM has been imperative now. It involves the practical application of the science and technology programs learnt in school. In the past, we Ashantis used to help in farming and others, which was termed as appropriate technology. But the children of today are not exposed to them. So this will offer them the opportunity to apply what they've learnt.
Appropriate technology. And then idea papachi enkofo na ehun se de sabe idea bode krafa and school our so remember ma etum bi o madwerem ama bibia yi.
We started with the process. Now we are going to have some selected or some group of SHS and the basic school. So as for the basic schools, we are going to give we are going to divide them into zones. Maybe Sechere, say zones, Sechere, Adanse, Manse. At the end of the day, we get 6. Then the best will be selected for the grand finale. And what we want to do with the SS is those who are interested, those who wants to partake in that competition. What we are going to do is we will take the first 10 or first 8, then we add them up to the basic schools. Yes. At the end of the day, it's not like just reading, because the 2-4 foundation is a reading festival, but we want to go a step further, have people who will be ready for the job market.
Moving on, the Member of Parliament for Swami, Hstv Mensah Bonsu, has been explaining why the construction of the 4-tier Swami interchange project in the Ashanti region has been delayed. The project suffered several delays after appearing in the national budget 3 times, and President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in October 2022 sought cutting for construction to begin, but Mr. Mensah Bonsu, who has been lobbying the project, said that Ghana needs a clean bill of health from the IMF before accessing funds for the project.
Maybe the one facility that I've been lobbying for all this while, the Swami interchange, which has not yet materialized. We've started, and then we're hit by the aftermath of the COVID, then our engagement with the IMF, slowing down what ought to have been done. We now need a clean bill of health from the IMF to enable us to be able to assess the facility. It's a bilateral thing that Ghana did. That loan. Parliament has approved of it. Assessing it now has become difficult because of our engagement with the IMF. We hope to God that we'll be able to come out clean pretty soon, in order that it will come. So I do know that it will come off. Now we've taken some monies from some other facilities to begin the project. We've seen what is going on. Yes. But if we had the full complement of the original facility, we are going much higher than we are at now. I've not disappointed myself. In the process, I've served Swami effectively and efficiently to the best of my ability. I've served Kumasi, I've served Ashanti, I've served Ghana. In terms of facilities, in terms of projects, because you use the word project, I think the one outstanding will be that. And you see, people even forget that the location of the interchange is not within Swami constituency alone. Yes. There are 4 contiguous constituencies. You have Bantama, yes, which ends at the interchange, at the Swami roundabout. We have Malaysia, which ends at the interchange. We have Tafu, which ends at the interchange. But because I've been a loud voice on these matters, right, nobody is talking about, and because of the name Swami roundabout, now Swami interchange, people seem to think that, oh, it is within the belly of Swami. So it should be the effort of Mensah Bonsu. Nobody is talking about Asenso as a member of Parliament. Nobody is talking about Dr. Martin Prempe, even though all of us, my constituency ends at the roundabout, his constituency begins at the roundabout. Now Vincent.
And that was the Member of Parliament for Swami Hstv Mensah Bonsu. Moving on to another story for today, the Institute of Energy Security has called for the immediate removal of Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, citing the worsening energy crisis as grounds for his removal. According to the IES, the current state of the energy sector necessitates swift intervention, promoting their advocacy for the minister's dismissal. He highlighted the minister's apparent disconnect from the reality of the energy situation, questioning the purpose of his presence in such a critical space. Also in some other news, the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CTAC, has issued a deadline to the government demanding a solution of their service condition by May 31st, 2024. The association cites frustration over the government's delay in implementing the National Labour Commission's award orders and negotiated service conditions. These demands include compensating each member with 1 month's salary for additional duties performed in 2022, among other issues. Speaking to reporters in Accra on Monday, Dr. Prince Obeng, the national president of CTAC, emphasized that failure to address their concerns by the specified date will prompt the association to explore alternative actions.
Foregoing development, it's now very clear to CTAC members that our employer is deliberately denying us our legitimate compulsory arbitration awards without any reasonable justification. At this juncture, we would like to send a strong signal and message to our employers in unambiguous terms that we shall take our destinies into our own hands if by 31st May 2024, all the outstanding compulsory arbitration awards as listed below are not fully implemented. And those outstanding are: 1, an order that payment of 1 month's salary based on the respondent's salary, that is a CTAC's proposed salary grade, shall be paid to each of its entitled members as compensation for additional duty.
Now, the chiefs of the Asogli state have vehemently opposed the government's proposal to rename Ho Technical University after Dr. Ephraim Amu. The decision, initially brought to light in February 2018, has drawn criticisms from the Traditional Council due to lack of consultation with key stakeholders. During a press conference on Monday, April 22nd, 2024, the council expressed deep disappointment with the government and the university's governing council for proceeding with the renaming without engaging major stakeholders, including the Asogli State Council, the custodians of the land.
Express their disapproval of the decision to rename the university to the Honorable Regional Minister when they called on him at the Volta Regional Coordinating Council on March 2nd, 2018. The Asogli State Council wishes to remind the authorities of the whole technical university that major decisions affecting the university should be made in consultation with the relevant stakeholders to avoid conflict and unnecessary confrontation. We do not understand the motive behind the rush to rename the whole technical university and cannot see any serious justification for such a move other than for political expediency. We wish to re-echo our total objection to the attempt to rename.
That was the warlord for the Asogli state. Now, on this very note, let's go for a very quick breather. When we come back, we have more news update for you right here on News in 30. Do stay with us.
Would you like to own a home, start a business, provide seed money, or a good education for your children? The Pro Wealth Plan answers all of life's questions. This is Ekwa 9. She wants to be an engineer in future. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hammond, plan to give her the best education but don't want to be unnecessarily burdened when she's ready for university in 10 years. Do you know how much it will cost Ekwa to go to a local private university or university abroad in the next 10 years? Ekwa's parents have signed up to a Pro Wealth Plan. They pay affordable monthly premiums that ensures they are able to fund Ekwa's university fees and living expenses. When she's ready for university, Prudential will pay the maturity benefit and her parents can enjoy free insurance cover for an additional 5 years. In the unfortunate event that her parents pass away, Prudential will pay over 200% of the sum assured, which is 100% immediately, 10% annually to keep Ikwa in her current school, and 100% at maturity for her chosen university. This means that Prudential Life has guaranteed Ikwa's education regardless of life's uncertainties. The Pru Wealth Plan also covers a spouse or partner up to the same sum assured. With over 26 million customers, 24,000 employees globally, and over 170 years experience, you and your family can have peace of mind knowing that you are in safe hands. Whatever your financial goals are, the Pru Wealth Plan has the answers to life's questions. Call us today and let Prudential secure your future.
Hello there, welcome back, and it's time for sports news right here on News in 30. I am Precious Azuma. Now let's get into the stories for today. Kumasi Asante Kotoko's head coach, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum, has apologized to Kotoko fans after ending the club's poor run of form. Kotoko got back to winning ways after 8th match with a slim win over FC Samatex over the weekend. After the win, the manager shared his sincere apology for causing the fans pain and entreated them to stick with the team at all costs. Okay, so now we're from Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Let's talk about former Hearts of Oaks player Charles Taylor. And he has lashed out the team's goalkeeper Richard Atta for his poor performance lately. So the multiple Ghana Premier League and CAF Champions League winner believes it is better for Hearts of Oak to play with an empty post than use Richard Atta during games. Hearts of Oak are enduring a difficult run of games at the moment, losing 4 of their last 5 games. The club has also been changing its goalkeepers with no consistency being shown in every department of the team for the past 2 seasons. The outspoken Charles Taylor tore into Richard Atta, who was badly out of shape at the start of the season and had to make frantic efforts to get back to shape and reclaim his position. Now let's talk about the Ghana Football Association, and they have announced that it has appointed experienced coach Karim Zito as head coach for the newly formed National Under-19 male team. Coach Zito in this new role will be assisted by former Kumasi Asante Kotoko striker Eric Bekoy. Meanwhile, Eric Aponsao also has been named as the new goalkeeper trainer for the Ghana male Under-19 national team. Now let's move on to my last story for today. And Ghanaian weightlifter Winifred Intumi, she has revealed that she's yet to be paid her bonuses owed by the sports ministry. Winifred Intumi stated that she's not the only athlete yet to receive her bonuses, as all the athletes who won medals at the 2023 African Games have not been paid. So she claimed that the sports ministry has refused to grant the athletes an audience over the old bonuses. She went on to point out that unlike the frustrating situation she is in now, she was fully paid after winning medals in the previous edition of the competition held in the year 2019. And I'll be all on sports news right here on News in 30. My name once again is Precious Azuma. There's more news coming up. Stay tuned.
Eye Care and Vision Center is here with all your eye care solutions. Yes, Third Eye Care is at it again. Are your lenses becoming foggy because of wearing face masks or sitting in air-conditioned spaces? Are your eyes getting sore and tired after using the computer for prolonged periods? Are you struggling with light from oncoming cars and other vehicles when driving at night? Worry no more. Third Eye Care and Vision Center has all the right solutions for you. We have anti-fog and blue filtering lenses that solves it all. Third Eye Care and Vision Center also stocks all types of lenses, designer frames, sunglasses, and employs very well-trained, qualified, and licensed optometrists to provide all your eye care needs. Locate us at Airport Residential Area, close to the Association International School, opposite Mirage Residence, or Northridge, on the premises of Sunny FM and close to the Kanda Overhead Bridge. Our working hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Call us on 054-328-7008 or 026-646-2080. Please do well to observe all COVID-19 protocols. Third Eye Care and Vision Center, your total eye care solutions provider.
This is still News in 30 right here on Hstv. That was Precious Zuma with some sports update. Now let's move on to another news story for today. Now the sentencing of the former CEO of the Microfinance and Small Loan Center, Maslock, had commenced her jail despite her absence in the country. That according to private legal practitioner Daniel Kuran, who is backing his claim with legal provisions. Athani was sentenced in absentia, promoting questions about her whereabouts. Mr. Kuran, speaking on the law, clarified that under Section 3152 of the Criminal and Other Offences, the former CEO's sentencing took effect from the day she was pronounced and could not be postponed even if she's out of the country.
But what is refreshing is that she will be brought down to face the sentence. No problem at all. We've started the process, and with this judgment, that's going to speed up the process. And you know, Ghana, we have various laws. You can just stay away. But so far as you have laws relating to how you can extradite from one country to Ghana, in case there's a judgment against like this one, rest assured that she will be brought down to face justice. I may not throw us so much for you, but we have the MLA, Mutual Legal Assistance, US, we have that conflict with them. So very soon, we hear about the results. So just rest assured and keep monitoring the space. I think the state attorneys are here. In the course of the trial, they made it known to the court that the issue about extradition may be tackled. But the preoccupation was to make sure the matter proceeded to finality. And today, we've come to that stage. And so we're going to take that next step. When it comes to extradition, sometimes you start and have some kind of problems, blocks. The person may accuse to appeal and all manner of things. But this is the situation where we have final judgment. It's not as if you are being brought here to be tried, or you can raise all the defense out there that maybe they are going to persecute or whatever, but it's a judgment. And so that's why I said, you hold on. Very soon, and very soon she'll be brought down to Ghana to face justice. It matters not. It can be one city. Was it properly received? This one is a form of advice and caution to all public office holders that when it comes to monetary matters, you must be very, very careful. You may want to say you receive only 20,000 Ghana cedis as a gift. Were you supposed to receive that money? What was that money meant for? Were you the one who issued the vouchers, as the court said? So this judgment, I recommend that those of us in public office must procure copies and then read so that we know our responsibilities. Because today, you may think that you've not been caught. When you are caught, definitely the law will deal with you as you had it today. 10 years is reasonable in the circumstance. I'm not going to worry about it for now, but we'll take the full judgment and read. But 10 years is something that's reasonable in the circumstance. But if need be, that there's a need for an enhancement, why not? But at the moment, from what we've listened to and what we've learned from the judgment, 10 years is reasonable. And the other accused person also had 5 years cumulatively. So let's see what happens.
Now, in response to the ongoing economic crisis and power shortages plaguing the nation, Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam unveiled a series of new measures aimed at tackling the power crisis. The comprehensive plan includes investment in renewable energy sources, infrastructure upgrades, and incentives for energy conservation. Now, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam emphasized the importance of sustainable and substantial solutions to ensure long-term economic stability and energy security.
This remarkable performance resulted in the successful the discussions that we had with the IMF mission when they came to Ghana, leading to us securing a staff-level agreement. And by securing a staff-level agreement, it means that we are ready to go through the second review of the fund. And I'm very confident that with the performance we have shown so far, the board, when it meets somewhere in June, will approve Ghana's second review, paving way for disbursement of 360 million US dollars. And that would have brought total disbursement to 1.5 billion United States dollars. This is remarkable, because many people thought that with the kind of difficulties that we faced in our economy, because of the external shocks, but also because of domestic vulnerabilities, we were not going to be successful with the implementation of the policies that we negotiated with the fund. But I can tell you that the fund is pretty happy. They are very positive about our performance, and we will continue to do the best we can under the leadership of our President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to give good account of ourselves in the management of the economy. We're currently going through a program called DPO series, the Development Policy Operation, under which the World Bank is committed to provide financial support to Ghana. The first tranche of this support has already been received by us, 300 million United States dollars. And that is what we call DPO1. We are discussing the second DPO2, and hopefully we will also be successful at that, which will see another.
Global Trends is up next. Now on the international front today, 5 people, including 2 children, were found dead inside an Oklahoma City home on Monday morning, police said. Oklahoma City Police Sergeant Gary Knight referred to the deceased as a family. Knight said by email that police cannot yet reveal what investigators believe happened, but he said or died violently. Police were dispatched to the residence about 16 miles west of downtown Oklahoma City at about 9:35 a.m. based on a report that there were bodies inside, Knight said. Officers discovered that 5 people, including 2 believed to be children, when they arrived were found dead at the scene.
We're talking about children being inside this home and being victims of this also. So it's a very tragic, very sad situation. The 5 people had injuries all consistent with homicide. This wasn't a gas type of situation or a fentanyl type of situation. These are 5 people who were killed. We're in the very early stages. We hope to have more information for you later, but at this point, just very basic preliminary information.
Oklahoma City Police said they were notified around 9:35 a.m. about 5 people dead at a home in the 2800 block of Mirage Street near Southwest 29th Street and Check Hall Road. When officers arrived, they went into the home and found 5 dead people. Gary Knight with the Oklahoma City Police Department said the 5 people had injuries consistent with homicide. Mustang Police Department confirmed 2 students in their district were killed in the incident. One was a 6th grade student attending Brook Intermediate and the other was a 9th grade student attending Mustang High School. The district said a 2023 Mustang Public Schools graduate also died at the home. The investigation is in its very early stages. How the 5 people were connected has not been confirmed. A homicide investigation is underway in Oklahoma after 5 individuals, at least 2 who are kids, were found dead Monday morning, according to authorities. Authorities in Yukon, located outside Oklahoma City, had arrived after 9:30 a.m. local time to a home at the 2800 block of Mirage Street, where the bodies of 5 people, at least of them 2.
That will be all for today's news update. Let's quickly take a recap of today's headlines. Members of the New Patriotic Party who joined Alan Kojo Chairman Ting's Movement for Change have returned to the NPP, cutting ties with the Butterfly Movement. The Institute of Energy Security has called for the immediate removal of Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, citing the worsening energy crisis as grounds for his removal. The chiefs of the Asogli state have vehemently opposed the government's proposal to rename Ho Technical University after Dr. Ephraim Amu. And also 5 people, including 2 children, were found dead inside an Oklahoma City home on Monday. And this will be all for today's news updates on News in 30 with me, Savara Aiden. Stay with us right here on Hstv. We have more stories and also more programs for you. Thank you for joining.